This is Chapter 8, the Sales Center. Learning objectives. In this chapter, you will learn how to navigate the Sales Center, how to manage customers in QuickBooks Online, invoices versus sales receipts, recording a sales receipt, recording an invoice, receiving a customer payment, class and location tracking, and customer and sales reports. Within the Sales Center, you can manage all of your sales, customers, and products and services. Creating invoices, adding customers, and adding your products and services can all be done within the Sales Center. We will cover how to navigate the Sales Center in this section. In your left-hand navigation pane, we're going to click on Sales, and that will open up our Sales Center. The Sales Center is comprised of 6 main sections. We actually have, I believe, 8 now. We have overview, all sales, invoices, estimates, sales orders, payment link, guests, and products and services. The overview on this tab are quick links that allow you to get up and running with invoicing customers and setting up payments. At the bottom of the page, you will see a status of invoices that are unpaid versus invoices that are paid. In the lower right corner are shortcut buttons to create a new invoice, set up a recurring invoice, enter a new sale, and create a recurring sale. Then on your All Sales tab, if you have not recorded any sales, you will see a button that says Create an Invoice on this tab. After you have recorded sales, you will see a recap of the sales that have been recorded in this section. And we have our Invoices tab. In this section, you will see a detailed list of the invoices you have recorded in QuickBooks. Prior to recording your first invoice, you will see a button that says Create Invoice. Not listed in your book, you have your Estimates tab. Any estimates that you have created for any transactions will be listed here. If you have not recorded any estimates as of yet, you will see your Create an Estimate button. Another tab that's not in your textbook is your sales order forms. Seamlessly connect your sales channels, will automatically bring in your orders, payouts, and inventory so you can track everything in one place. So you can connect any channels like Amazon, eBay. You can see we have Etsy, Shopify, just to name a few examples. Next, we have the Payment Links tab. Payment links allow you to create a payment link and send it to your customers so they can pay using a credit card or bank transfer. You can submit an application for a payment account in a matter of minutes. Once approved, you can create a unique payment link and share it with your customers via email or text message. Once your customer makes a payment, it is automatically recorded in QuickBooks. And we have our Guest tab. On the Guest tab, you will find your customer list. If you recall in Chapter 4, we customized Larry's QuickBooks Online file so that customers are referred to as guests. Similar to the chart of accounts and the products and services list, we can import Larry's guest list, and we will do this in the next practice exercise. Lastly, we have our Products and Services tab. The Products and Services tab has a list of the products and services previously set up. If you click on this tab, you will see the products and services that we added for Larry back in Chapter 6. This is a shortcut to the list that allows you to add, edit, or inactivate items directly from this tab. Managing customers in QuickBooks Online. Before you can record sales in QuickBooks, you need to create your list of customers or guests in Larry's case. If you have a lot of customers to add to QuickBooks, it's a good idea to put the information on an Excel worksheet and import it into QuickBooks Online. We will show you how to do this next. First, I want to show you what the actual Excel sheet looks like. So I'm going to go into my home drive. This is the file that we're going to be importing. In my QuickBooks Online folder, Chapter 8, the imported fake customers Excel sheet is what we're going to take a look at. And you can see the column headers. We have the customer's email address. Sorry, let me scroll over. First, we have our name. We have George, Jane, Judy, Elroy, and Astro Jetson. The company, that they're associated with. We have their email, phone, their mobile phone. The next heading we have for them is website, street, city, state, zip, and country. So we have a total of 5 customers that we're going to be importing into our customers list of QuickBooks. So again, this is a quick way to add customers all at once into the program. Instead of adding them manually one by one, type them all into an Excel spreadsheet and then you can import them. All right, so back to our main screen here. So we want to make sure that we're in our sales center and we're going to go to our guest tab. And here we have 2 options, import customers and add customers manually. We're going to select the import customers button and our import screen pops up for us. Here we can select a CSV or Excel file to upload. We're going to click the browse button and we want to navigate to that Chapter 8 folder. So I'm already here, but again, you want to go into your home drive, first initial, last name, open up the QuickBooks Online folder, then the Chapter 8 subfolder, and select the imported fake customers file and click open. Once you see that name pop up in the field here, you're going to go to the bottom right-hand corner of your screen and click Next. And QuickBooks will automatically take the data from your Excel spreadsheet to populate the Your Field column as indicated with the green check mark. If there was no data in your spreadsheet or it could not recognize the data, it will indicate no match in the field. So you can see the QuickBooks field of name matched up with the Excel spreadsheet column of name. Company matched up to company, email to email. So you want to try to make your Excel columns match up to the fields that you're actually importing into QuickBooks. If for some reason they didn't match up, you could always select the column name from the drop down to match them. You can see the QuickBooks field of fax. There was no fax column in the Excel spreadsheet, so there was no match for this particular item. So once you are satisfied with the data, we're going to click Next again in the bottom right-hand corner. And here we have the fields that will display. Be sure to compare the information for all fields to your import spreadsheet to ensure it is accurate. Be sure to also verify the total number of guests we have is 5. So again, we have George, Jane, Judy, Elroy, and Astro Jetson. We're going to now click the Import button located in the bottom right corner of the screen. And you can see we have 5 of 5 guests were successfully imported, and we have our Jetson family now listed under our Guests tab. Next, we want to manually add customers in QuickBooks. If you are just starting out and have just a few customers, you can also manually add them to your QuickBooks Online. Within our Sales Center, we want to have our Guest tab selected, and then we're going to hit the New Guest button as indicated. You can see this brings up a new entry form to the right-hand side of our screen. And we're going to complete the fields as follows to add Vivian Fox as a new guest. So first name, we have Vivian. Last name, Fox. You can hit your tab key, tab down to email. We have vfox@hotmail.com. Tab down to mobile number. We have 415 555 1234. And display name as, and the field should automatically populate with Vivian Fox. So our guest display name, you can see that from that drop down, you can do first name then last name, or you can do last comma first. We're going to keep that first name last name, and you can scroll down. You can see our next section is the address section. Street address is going to be 456 Fox Lane. City is Toronto. Zip code, I guess, is the M5H. And country is Canada. We're going to keep the shipping address the same as the billing address. And at a minimum, you should complete the fields that were listed. However, QuickBooks Online has the ability to capture additional information that you may want to have on file for your customers. To the right of the Addresses tab, so you can see at the top right corner of this window, you can actually click on these little icons to the top here, and it will jump to a certain section. So we have our name and contact section, which we filled in here with name and phone number. Then we have our address section. Next, we have our notes section. You can keep information about your customer in this section. For example, Larry could put personal information about his guest preferences, such as stock refrigerator with bottled water, or couple is on honeymoon, deliver champagne upon check-in. This information is for internal purposes only and is never seen by the customer. That's your notes. Next, you have your payments section. You can indicate the preferred payment method on this tab. For example, Larry would add his guest credit card information to this tab so that he has it on file when it's time to charge his guests. And then lastly, we have the additional info. On this tab, you will find a field called customer type. Remember, we're calling our customers guests, so we have guest type here. You can create various customer types to categorize your customers into different segments. For example, Larry could create a corporate customer type to keep track of business customers versus individual customers. We're going to go down to the bottom right-hand corner and click our Save button. We do not want to save this. I'm going to click No Thanks. And you can see Vivian Fox is added here. This is the profile page for the new guest, Vivian Fox. All transactions, such as invoices and payments, will appear on this page. So you can see you have your transactions, statements, recurring transactions, guest details, and late fees. So all of this information on this particular page is regarding Vivian Fox. And similar to items in accounts, you can also inactivate customers. This is ideal if you have a customer that you no longer do business with, but you want to maintain the historical data. So to inactivate a customer, you would click the drop down for the edit button located here, and you can choose make inactive. And you get a pop-up message, are you sure you want to make Vivian Fox inactive? We're going to go ahead and click yes, make inactive. And you can see now still on Vivian Fox's page, you have her name and in parentheses you have deleted. If we go back to our main guest list here, by clicking the back arrow, you can see Vivian is not listed here. You wanted to also show any inactive customers. Click on your little gear icon. This is your settings options in your guest list. And down in the other section, you can check off include inactive. And now you can see Vivian Fox has been added here. And all the way to the right, if you want to choose to make her active again, click that link for her. And we're back in action for Vivian Fox.